Business process outsourcing, BPO, is a new concept in Uganda and East Africa. It needs a lot of support to create awareness on how it works and the enormous benefits a well-developed BPO industry offers.
The implementation of business process outsourcing, or BPO, was handed over by the Ministry of ICT to the National IT Authority in the year 2010. And immediately we embarked on the development of a strategy and model for BPO for Uganda. And that is now in place. We have also been able to develop incentive guidelines as well as the BPO standards and accreditation guidelines for Uganda. That was intended to give the strategic direction for BPO in the country. And government provided the National IT Authority with funds to set up Business Process Outsourcing Center at Statistics House. It is a 240-seater facility and currently employing 342 youth. And this is a big achievement because in addition to that, it is bringing into the country foreign exchange and it is helping to lower costs of doing business for various organizations.
A study carried out by NITA Uganda has revealed that Uganda is ready for the growth in the BPO sector because of the following reasons: stable geopolitical environment, large pool of good English-speaking population, availability and penetration of telecom and internet services are rising, decreasing cost of internet services, suitable time zone for outsourcing, and the existence of cyber laws to protect ITES BPO investors and clients.
The establishment of the BPO Center has proved a success. We started with staff of 85. Today we are employing 342. So that means we are having young people who are working in shifts. So since this has proved to be a success, what we need from government now is to build a larger facility.
I would call upon the government to see how we can create more spaces like this, because after 2 years I'm feeling out and I'm thinking of where do I move next.
We have also been able to train 500 youth in BPO in partnership with Bakari University. We are also having a memorandum of understanding with the government of Egypt, in which we have been able to train some young people in BPO as well.
The main reasons for government intervention in the BPO ITES industry include creation of employment for the youth, poverty reduction, attracting foreign direct investment, and as a source of revenue for government.
At NITA, we're very happy to receive funding for the BPO Center. The BPO Center is very important to NITA because part of our mandate is to address special interest groups, and we think, given our population statistics, that the youth are very important to this country. The second, one of the biggest issues that is affecting them is unemployment.
Government has demonstrated strong commitment in the development of the BPO ITES sector.
The support that we have been able to provide to the Uganda Business Process Outsourcing Association has helped to fast-track the implementation. Right now we have a number of companies, some operating outside Kampala. We have, for example, a project which is run by Sinfa Uganda at Tugulu University, which is employing close to 200 young people right now.
So far the government has been wonderful in Uganda by just giving us the incubation facility over here for the last 3 years, giving us resources for training, supplying us with free internet, bandwidth, and various other services. NITA-U has been coordinating this activity very, very well, and we thank them for this.
An incubation support program through which potential ICT startups or innovation ideas in Uganda are provided vital supplements to facilitate them to advance into commercially viable and sustainable business that can facilitate development of the ICT sector, generate employment growth, and contribute to the growth of the economy.
Where the industry is moving right now is that it is growing at a very, very good rate, and we see ourselves outgrowing even the place where we are right now in the next few months.
I think the business process outsourcing from a technology-enabled service is really in what I would call the nascent stages. We're just beginning to crawl out, if I could put it that way. There is a huge opportunity internally. The challenge we have is that it is still perceived as purely a technical issue.
Incubator is just a start. We have just got 1,000 positions in there, but it's supposed to nurture companies, business processing outsourcing companies, so that they can understand the business better, and at the same time they're supposed to train our young people so that they can go out and serve the industry. So look at this as some kind of catalyst for the rest of the industry. If you look at the entire sector at the moment, as you heard, you have got about 69 players, you have got about 4,000 direct jobs in BPO. And in addition to that, there are the beneficial jobs downstream, about 3 jobs per one of those. So you can say that if you have got about 4,000 people working in the industry, then you have got about 12,000 other people working elsewhere.
So we need to ensure that we lower the price of internet in the country. And we have told him what we're doing. We're going to be buying bulk internet bandwidth so that we lower the cost of internet from the current 300 to much lower. And we are also going to start developing the ICT park so that private companies can go there and operate from there and employ the youth.
The market is maturing. Slowly people are appreciating the fact that you can actually get a bit of your business and trust somebody to deliver it and measure what they do. So the market is maturing. We're seeing that in contracts, we're seeing that in new companies coming up. So we believe it has got to a point where it's going to start growing. We've left the maturity point, we're moving to the maturity point now.
We started with 40 employees before 3 years, and today we are about 250 plus employees. And the initial set of employees who joined us have been with us for a very long time, and 15 plus members out of those initial set of employees are today team leaders, quality coordinators, supervisors, managers handling the new batch of people. So that's the upskillment what it has happened.
I think if you're looking where the biggest growth is going to be in the next few years, it's going to be outsourcing. Every other business today is rationalizing how they're doing their business, and they're actually concentrating on the core of their business and outsourcing. So the biggest growth in any sector in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be outsourcing.
NITA Uganda, together with Uganda Business Process Outsourcing Association, UBPOA, are engaged in a drive to brand and market BPO within Uganda in order to unlock the domestic potential within both public and private sectors.
The two companies, one Technobrain, for the last 3 years, their revenue was $2 million. Of that, $1.5 million is from offshore revenue. The other one, Cameo Tech Edge, their revenue was $2.1 million. And their revenue, all of 2.2 actually, all of it is from local operations. So, and they pay taxes. Technobrain pays about $300,000 in taxes. Cameo pays about $374,000. So you see, they are generating jobs, creating revenue, and paying taxes, which are all the things which we in government are looking for.
We work for international companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, doing research operations, and we have local customers like Zuku, Airtel, Smart Telecom, for whom we are actually just working more on the call center services based out of Uganda.
We mainly employ the youth because they're a lot more flexible in terms of doing the work that we are contracted to do.
We take about 2 weeks of time to just actually get them up and running, to do some skills training on them, and then just get them into a process training, get them process certified by our customers, because we have global standards and quality certifications which we need to follow, and then get them onto the job.
Uganda as a country, we have a lot more talent, we have a lot more opportunities, and we can surpass what most of other countries have done in terms of outsourcing. So we are positioning ourselves as Daily Service as one of the contenders, one of the top companies, one of the top BPO companies in Uganda, so that we can be able to leverage on those opportunities as they flow in.
NITA Uganda is working on a mechanism to promote the outsourcing of non-core activities in government. This will provide the local players in the industry with business opportunities, hence creating more jobs and revenue for the government.
One of the challenges that we've had as a business, rather as an industry, is the regulatory environment. And there's just one law that is kind of barring us from moving to the next step, which is what we call the Data Protection and Privacy Law. I know there's a lot of work going on right now, but I think the faster we move, the better.
We've been participating actively as a key stakeholder in the development of the Data Protection and Privacy Bill with the Ministry of Information and Communications Technology. So we expect that when that bill is enacted into law, we should be able to have an enabling environment that will enable this sector to grow.
We have set up a National Information Security Advisory Group, which is a fusion of the public and private sector that allows us to be able to share information with the public sector and the private sector, to be able to use our skills interchangeably between the two sectors so that we can be able to safeguard our people as they work online.
NITA Uganda also partnered with Internet Now project at Gulu University, funded by Oxfam, which is currently employing over 200 agents in northern Uganda. This is an indication that BPO can thrive outside Kampala.
One of the things that we are working on now is to see how we can bring curriculum that creates awareness, especially amongst young people, because we've seen a lot of cyber harassment, child pornography, offensive sexual images of children being used, especially from Uganda, and being sold abroad.
NITA Uganda facilitated the creation of Uganda BPO Association, which currently has over 79 registered companies employing over 4,000 Ugandans. The BPO Association is private sector led and works with the government to grow the industry.
We've also started compliance assessments. In the last year alone, we were able to do 15 compliance assessments because part of our mandate as NITA is to issue standards.
So many of our children can easily convert whatever they did in the university. They can easily convert. So it's a very useful industry. So I'm glad I came. I'm going to go and make sure that this issue of bulk purchase is resolved. It is my pleasure to declare the BPO blessed, because it was already open.